Hello, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. It's time for Taroscopes, and we're going to be doing the Taroscope for the sign of Gemini for the month of October 2022. That would be Gemini Rising, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon. So your ruler Mercury starts the month retrograde, but it does change direction on the 2nd. So where September might have been a bigger challenge for you because of the Mercury retrograde. Now it eases up a bit. It doesn't actually get out of its shadow till I think around the middle of the month, but still things are moving forward. So you're not going to have all the information you need, but it's going to start coming in your direction. It does start its direct path, of course, in Virgo, which it does love being in Virgo. It's the other sign that that Mercury rules, Virgo, you, Gemini, and Virgo. And then it moves into Libra, which is sympathetic with you because it's a fellow air sign. And so renegotiated contracts, renegotiated relationships, renegotiating your plans. What are your plans moving forward? Those things, all sort of been gone over. And now, as we move into the month of October, those things start to move forward. So maybe even legal things that have sort of been caught up because everybody's dotting and crossing their T's finally start to move forward. We do have a full moon in Aries and a new moon in Scorpio. So, and the new moon is an eclipse. It's at the end of the month. So that always makes things more intense. But of course, by the time that eclipse comes, it's the end of the month, and it's a month or 6 weeks to the elections. So we know that things aren't going to calm down in the outer world. A lot of information coming in. And we also have Jupiter in Aries opposing Mercury, and we'll make the last of 3 oppositions to it on the beginning of the month. So a lot of the information that came out last month will coalesce, I guess, as October approaches. All right, so let's see what's happening for you, Gemini. Gemini Sun, Moon, or Rising. What do we start with? I'm using the Good Tarot. Okay, we have the 8 of Earth. The 8 of Earth. The 8 of Earth speaks to where you've been putting your physical energy, your time, maybe your money. The 8 of Earth often is some sort of apprenticeship. So you may feel like you have been in an apprenticeship, but of course you go into an apprenticeship to become better at what it is that you want to do, you know, being at the foot of the master, so to speak. And so you've put a lot of work into something, Gemini, a lot of work into something. What challenge is that? We have the King of Air, the King of Air. This is the just king. This is the king who understands the law. It's karma. It's karma. So what I would say is, depending on what you have put your energy into, will very often depend on what side of like, is it good or is it bad? Like, are you paying for something that um, that was against the law, so to speak, because the law always wins, and the law is the law of karma and cause and effect, right? Let's see what's at the root. We have the Two of Fire at the root. I have these cards upside down. Hold on. This is some sort of commercial venture, some sort of putting an idea out there, putting your light out there, right? Taking a chance. Two of Fire in the numerology I use is a 28-1. It's an Aries vibration, and it's a 1. So it's about putting something out there, right? You put something out there, and you've worked really hard on it. Now, the challenge is, how will it be judged? It may not even be, the king of air. It can be a lawyer or a military person, but it can even just be the judgment of how well have you really worked the energy, and what's going to be the outcome from all your hard work. We have the Messenger of Fire in the past. I love this card. Isn't she beautiful? I love these cards. They're just so pretty. And I like the energy of them. So information, messages. Usually with the Messenger of Fire it's directly from spirit. This is the psychic, right? This is the intuitive. This is the one who goes, oh, and realizes that, and is sure of their connection to source, to spirit. So I don't think that your instinct was wrong. I think having the Messenger of Fire there, your instinct was probably right on. In the sky, we have the Strength card. This is about needing strength, but it's also an 8. It's the as you sow, so shall you reap card. So you will have the strength to move through this time. This time of, quite frankly, judgment by the scales of cosmic justice, which can be expressed in regular justice and man's justice, but certainly in cosmic justice it is. Sometimes men are a little, the men's justice is lagging behind, we'll say, true justice. But we have to, it's like that more perfect union thing. You have to aspire to be better, right? In the immediate future, we have the Devil card, temptation, greed, avarice, right? Or mirth. Now, I know I hate to bring this up for you poor Geminis out there, but this could be a reading for Donald Trump because he is a Gemini. It could also be a reading for Ping, Xi Jinping. He's Gemini as well. So you can apply this to any Gemini you know. Temptation. It could also be a depression. The 15 is, feeling like you have no other options but to acquiesce to a force outside of yourself. In the case of the Devil, it's your attachment to things. It's your attachment to the material world, which is temporal, which comes and goes. Living life on earth is simply an exercise in letting go, because once you're alive, there's only one way to go, right? So let's see how it's seen from the outside. The Fool, a new beginning, a whole new place you've never been before. The 15-6 vibration, the vibration of the Devil, which is the immediate future here, is about understanding about your responsibility to yourself, your responsibility to your community, your responsibility to your own soul. It is a vibration of mirth. That is the way out of the temptation card. That's the way out of the devil. The domestic situation. The Five of Water. So this is, you're dealing with some loss, some need to release. A time of dealing with some emotional issues around loss. But loss doesn't necessarily mean that all is lost. It just means that what you were attached to is lost. And there's another, you can make another choice. You can see this as a new beginning for yourself. Hopes and fears. The Ten of Waters. Who doesn't want that? The Laughing Buddha. Happiness. I just want to be happy. And the outcome. The Four of Water. I'll pick a couple more so if I can get a major arcana. The Four of Water is there's an energy of stasis in the Four of Water, but it really depends on where you set your gaze, because you can see the same thing over and over again, or you can see what's being offered to you from spirit. That's really what that card's about. Let's see if we get a major arcana. The Page of Water, that is messages, usually happy messages. The Moon, emotional ups and downs. And the Four of Air, which can be asylum. An asylum, a place where you have to rest your mind. So if this is Trump's reading, and I'll read it for Trump and then I'll read it for the rest of us. No is no is no, and no is coming, and he is not going to be happy, and he is going to act out, and he's going to be he's going to lose his marbles over it. He really is. It's not in his reality. It's not in his reality. So his mental illness, right, will he'll go over into that maybe need for restraint of some sort for his emotions. Underneath it, we have the Ten of Fire. That is too many irons in the fire. The Ten of Air, which means the end of something. And then the Seven of Air, which is seeing through the noise, seeing past the noise, seeing what's really happening, not getting distracted, but having really seeing. So for somebody like Trump, this is a bad reading. For the rest of you who aren't doing these kinds of things, this really is about a test of your the work that you've done, and a sense of maybe not being satisfied, feeling like maybe you put too much energy into work at because you work too hard for the money and it's not making you happy. It's actually making you feel like you lost something in the process of that. And yet, if it's good work and you've done good things, it is going to pay dividends in that, but maybe not in the way you expect. Maybe you're looking around and saying, I thought it was going to be different. I really did a great job. I really put my whole heart into this, and I don't understand why I'm not seeing what I expect to see. You need to look above. You need to look here. You need to look behind you. You need to look all around, because something is being offered, and it's from spirit. All right, that's how I read them. I hope you enjoyed that reading. Please like and subscribe if you would. Share this with somebody who may, a Gemini out there that may need to hear this. If you'd like a reading with me, you can go to my website. That's theseedsoftransformation.com. It's below. It's always below. I always put it below. You can get a reading from me, astrology, Kabbalah, numerology. And when you choose what reading you would like, either an hour and a half, the calendar comes up and you get to pick what day you want to do it. So, and I do have openings. So if you're interested, take advantage of the time that I do have now, because I don't always have openings. All right, guys, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful month. Take care of yourselves, and namaste.